Title: Roots of the Heart. Ethan Cole's mornings began long before sunrise. At 17, he balanced a part-time jobs after school, stocking shelves at a grocery store and cleaning classrooms to support his ailing mother and younger sister. Their tiny apartment in Maplewood was cramped but filled with love, though Ethan often wondered if the world outside noticed their struggle. His father's absence hung like a shadow, but his mother's quiet prayers each night anchored him. "God sees us, Ethan," she'd say. "Trust his timing." A scholarship to a local tech college changed everything. Ethan poured himself into coding, fueled by the dream of creating something lasting. It was there, in the campus library, he met Leila Bennett. She was volunteering at a study group, her laughter warm, her faith unshakable. When Ethan confessed his fears of failure one late night, Leila didn't offer empty platitudes. Instead, she slid him a sticky note, Philippians 4:13. "You're not alone in this." Their friendship blossomed as Ethan developed an app to help small businesses track inventory, a tool inspired by his mother's former grocery job. But setbacks came hard. Investors scoffed, his code crashed, and burnout gnawed at him. Leila became his refuge. She'd arrive with homemade soup, her journal filled with prayers scribbled in the margins. "Faith isn't a magic fix," she told him once, her hand briefly brushing his. "It's the courage to keep going when the path's dark." When Ethan's app finally launched, its success was meteoric. But the spotlight fell hollow until Leila called him, her voice trembling. Her father's mechanic shop was struggling, and Ethan's app saved it from closure. That moment cracked his heart wide open. Over coffee, he confessed, "I couldn't have done this without you." Leila smiled, tears in her eyes. "We did it without us," she corrected. "God just let us hold the tools." Years later, their Empire Cole Bennett solution stood as a beacon for ethical tech. But their true legacy was the foundation funding education for kids like Ethan once was. On their wedding day, they exchanged vows not just to each other, but to a lifetime of service. As Leila whispered, "Love isn't just a feeling. It's a promise to lift each other higher." Ethan knew their story was never just about rising to the top. It was about building something that outlasted them. At 25, Ethan stood before a classroom in Maplewood, Leila's hand in his. A teen raised his hand. "How'd you get here?" Ethan glanced at his wife, her eyes bright with faith. "Brick by brick," he said. "And a lot of prayer." Themes for reflection: success is sweeter when shared. Faith isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. Love rooted in mutual purpose can weather any storm. This story emphasizes perseverance, integrity, and the power of supportive relationships, offering teens an uplifting narrative that aligns with wholesome values.